Shalom, 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 shalom. All praises to the Most High. We here again for another Sabbath class. Shalom, Sister Aaliyah, Brother Ashire, my good dear Brother Ashire, Sister Justice, Sister Jemiah, we love you, we miss you. Parah, Shalom, sis, my brother Lael. Happy Sabbath to the young lion, Lael. Shalom, Brother Zakar. Good brothers and sisters on, and everybody else who's on. My sister KC, all praises. The house of Desha. We love you. Children for the Lord. Shalom. All praise. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and send up those prayers to the Lord. Go ahead and get started. All right. The Wadi Yahweh Shai. Thank you, Yahweh. Thank you, Yahweh Shai, for allowing us to gather here together once more on your holy, beautiful Sabbath. Thank you for allowing us to have another beautiful Passover this year, and everyone that was able to make it to take part in your Passover. It was great. The spirit was great, and we completed our 7 days. We thank you for that. Lord, we ask that anybody that may be on their way, give them safe travel and mercy so they can be here to fellowship with your people on the Sabbath. Lord, we want to say, forgive us of our sins and the sins of our forefathers. Look upon us and have mercy upon us, for we are wicked, ratchet humans. We don't deserve to serve you, but we thank you for having grace and mercy upon us. And we're here to serve you and be of any use to you that we can. In your son's name, let your will be done. Touch the reader and the teacher today. Let our speech be eloquent and the message be received with salt. In your son's name, we humbly pray and we take the water. Amen. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayam, Kodash, Aya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, Aya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Aya, Bashumayam, Athananawa, Lakam, Za, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawathanawa, Wala'a, Tabayan Nawa, Banasaiwan, Abo, Hawashai Nawa, Man, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwath, Wala Allah, Ra'atha, Paraf, Ha'ayalami, the Wadi Hawa, the Wadi Hawa Shah. Amen.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
Amen. All praises. May be seated. All praises. All right. We got an important class today. Real important class today. The title of today's class, we're gonna get right into it. It's titled, It's About Relationship. All right. It's about relationship. Let me ask you a question. How many of you guys, everybody in here should be Bible readers, right? Con. By a show of hands, we're gonna do a test. We're gonna see what type of book would the Bible be. If we made the Bible into a movie, what kind of genre would the Bible be? You know, we got different type of genres. We got horror genre, we got action genre, we got is there a historical genre? That'd be like a documentary genre. That'd be a documentary. We got romantic drama or romantic novels or romantic films, right? Love stories. We got all that, right? By a show of hands, what kind of story would the Bible be? Would it be, if you think it's an action, raise your hand. Think it's an action. More so. Because let's put it like this. A romance can have action in it, but Romeo and Juliet is an action. Kind of. He trying to escape. His dad trying to, depending on what version you see. If you see the up-to-date version, they make it like a street novel. You know what I mean? And they loving each other on the street, and the street hood politics. It's action in it, but it's a romance. So what is the prime? Titanic. That's a perfect example. It's got a little action in that, don't it? That's a romance, right? You said a horror? Oh, it's a horror film from the Edomites for sure. So by show of hands, primarily, if you think the Bible's an action, raise your hand. Think it's an action. I'm gonna play it by. I'm gonna mess with y'all a little bit. You got Armageddon. The war with Gog and Magog, and Jesus gonna come back and destroy everybody. You got nuclear warfare. It's pretty action, right? So raise your hand if you think the Bible is primarily an action. Raise your hand. All right. Raise your hand if you think. We know it's not a horror movie, right? Well, wait. It could be. The Bible could be a horror movie. Oh yeah, it is actually. Yeah, the Most High is a monster. Terrible. So raise your hand if you think it's a horror, primarily. All right. You can. Primarily. Okay. Raise your hand if you think it is somebody say a romance or a romantic movie or romance. Raise your hand if you think it's a romance. Okay. All right. Got a couple. Some people say a romance in here. All right. Somebody say romantic drama. That's a good one right there. A romantic drama. That I think Ashire just hit it on the head. The romantic drama. The Bible is a romantic drama. All right. The essence of the Bible is romance. All right. It is a love story between the Most High and the nation of Israel. Dramedy, yeah. It got a little comedy in there too. But primarily the story starts out with what? God wanting a relationship with human beings. Right? That's how it starts. The drama comes in when you got somebody that want to take that relationship away. And then that's when you get into the action and the horrors and all of that, right? But the essence of the Bible is a romance. Now, that is important to understand because a lot of people in here, a lot of new believers that are waking up, some of them never have been even, not everybody, but a lot of people haven't even been introduced to the Bible. So I'm going to say this loosely. So when you come into the truth a lot of times, and you come into the truth without a Christian background per se, or without a biblical background or ever reading the Bible. See, I grew up in one of them houses where every night before bed, we had to have Bible story. Some people ain't had that. So when they come into the truth, the only thing they see is them brothers on the corners, which is good. But they just see the precept packages. They just see the breakdowns. They just see the cuts. They don't understand the relationship. You understand? They don't understand the relationship of what's to come. I'm going to tell you guys, be careful. It's not about how many precepts you know. It's not about how many precepts you can remember. It's not about how many breakdowns you can remember. It's not about how sharp you are. None of that matters. The main thing that this is about is relationship. And if you're missing that, then you cannot safely say you're in the truth. Okay? We use that word. It's two things we use loosely. We use the word truth too loosely. Oh, I'm in the truth. I'm in the truth. I'm in the truth. How long you been in the truth? Oh, I'm in the truth. Are we really in the truth though? Like you got to really think about, like, am I really in the truth, or do I just understand who I am, which is a form of a truth? But I think that there's different types of truths, right? Another thing that we use loosely, we use that word conscious, like I'm conscious. Are you ever heard of conscious community? I'm a conscious brother. Well, are you really conscious? Like being conscious is being aware of your thoughts, right? Constantly. So, those are the two things we use loosely, right? You can't call yourself conscious if, this is me, I'm talking about myself right now. If you scroll on your phone all day, you're not conscious. You're a robot. You in the matrix, as the elders say. What you say?
I said they call it doom scrolling.
Yeah, doom scrolling, And you can't say you're in the truth if you're if you don't have a relationship with the Most High. So let's get what the Bible is about. Okay, the Bible is not about prophesying the destruction of Esau. It is about that, but it's not about that. All right, that is like a speck. Let me tell you something. I'd rather you know none of the prophecies but have a relationship with God. Okay, I would rather you know none of the prophecies but have a relationship with God. But you'll find out that when you have a relationship with him, then you can understand the prophecies. It goes hand in hand. But we have to talk about this because relationship is important. Let's do this real quick. Go to Jeremiah 6:2. All right. So who are the two main characters in the Bible that are in this relationship? Israel and the Most High. Yes. The two main characters in this story. Y'all know how you got Romeo and Juliet. You got what's the Titanic name? The Jack and Rose. You got King Kong and the blonde chick. You got Beauty and the Beast. Give me another one. You got Princess and the Frog. You know, it's always the two main people, right? So in the Bible, who are the main people of the story? Israel and the Most High. Con? We're going to see that. Now, let's get who's who in this story, in this relationship. All of this is allegorical, family. All of this is allegorical when we read some of these scriptures. All right. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 2.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 6:2.
Read.
I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
So the Most High has likened Zion as a comely and delicate woman. Outside of children, because the Most High also acknowledges Israel. The two main things, the two greatest loves. What are the two greatest human emotions to feel when it comes to love? What are the two? Like, meaning relationship wise. There's no greater love than the love of a father and a mother and a child. Okay. There's no greater love than that. A father and a mother with their children, there's no greater love than that. And there's no greater love than a man and a woman that love each other. And I'm talking about that really love each other. Like, there's no greater love than that. Those are the two strongest aspects. I mean, men have went to wars and fought wars and died for the love of a woman. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. The Bible even says that. There's no greater love than a man loving a woman. And the Bible actually co-signs that. If y'all read, what is that? The book of Ezra? I think it's in the book of Ezra where it's Ezra. It got to be. I think it's Ezra. It's in the Apocrypha for sure. Is it 4? First Ezra 4. So if anybody's familiar with that story, what was the story about? Right? You got these different men, and they was asking what is more powerful. Right? You had one. I'm paraphrasing. Read it if we could get it. It's in 4.
Chapter 4, verse 13. Let me go down.
Because somebody might be like, man, that brother Ratazan a simp. No, brothers, if the truth is the love of a woman, right, when it comes to a man, surpasses even the love, I'm going to be honest, even the love of your mother. I'm being real. You work all day to bring your money to who? To your wife. You jump in front of the book. You will die for our moms too. But you leave your mom and your father to cleave to who? And 9 times out of 10, hey, I hope we don't got no mama's boys in here. Okay? No mama's boys. But when you have a man that's a mama's boy, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have friction in that relationship. It never fails. Because the wife is supposed to be, right? The wife is supposed to be the next in line in your life under, of course, the Most High in Christ. And vice versa for the woman. But let's read that. Go ahead.
The book of First Ezra, chapter 4, verse 20. A man leaveth his own father that brought him up and his own country and cleaveth unto his wife.
A man will leave his own country, leave his place of nativity and all that to cleave unto his wife, right? Lob is getting to the point. But if you go back and you read, right, before we get to the point, they're comparing different things. Go up a little bit. Go up. I'm gonna get the comparisons.
God. Verse 13.
Uh-huh.
Salaki, you want me to go all the way up?
Yeah, go all the way up real quick. I think it's
The strength of a king.
yeah, it's when they start comparing. Let me get there real quick. All you gotta do is go up a little bit. Let me see. Y'all forgive me. This is off script. I want to read this because I want to show you guys something in comparison with the Lord. It's when he start comparing them. He compares the king. So you right there, Lob. Let me see. 4. 2nd Ezra's 4. Start at verse let me see. What verse was you at?
That was verse 20.
Okay, hold on. That was verse 20. So
chapter 3. The first
is it 3?
The strongest, the king's the
yes, that's the one I want. It's actually not 4. Yeah, it's 3.
God, I got it.
Got it. Okay.
First Ezra chapter 3, verse 10. The first wrote, wine is the strongest.
All right. So the king he's like, look, we're gonna read up a little bit. Read up a little bit. You was at 10, right? Read verse 6.
Verse 6. As to be clothed in purple, to drink in gold, and to sleep upon gold, and a chariot with bridles of gold, and a head tire of fine linen, and a chain about his neck. And he shall sit next to Darius because of his wisdom.
Wait, hold on. 3 and you was at 10, right? Verse 10. Yeah, read verse 9. Let me see.
Verse 9. And said that when the king is risen, some will give him the writings, and of whose side the king and the 3 princes.
Wait, was you at 2nd Ezra's verse?
First Ezra's.
Oh, first. That's why I'm in 2nd. Salakia. First. I'm like, what the heck? First Ezra's 3 and 3 and 9. Hold on, y'all. I want to get this. 3 and yeah, you could just get to 10. Just get to 10.
Verse 10. The first wrote, wine is the strongest. The second wrote, the king is strongest. The third wrote, women are strongest. Right. But above all things, truth beareth away the victory. Now, when the king was risen up, they took their writings and delivered them unto him, and so he read them.
So there was 3 things: wine, the king, and the woman. All right. So at the end of it all, now let's go back to 4 and let's get to the point. All right. Read verse 18. Get to the point. Which one was the strongest? Read.
Verse 18. Yea, and if men have gathered together gold.
Actually, no, go up a little bit more. Read verse 12.
First Ezra chapter 4, verse 12. O ye men, how should not the king be mightiest, when in such sort he is obeyed and he held his tongue? Then the third, who has spoken of women and of the truth, this was Zerubbabel, began to speak. O ye men, it is not the great king, nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is it then that ruleth them or have the lordship over them? Read. Are they not women? Women have borne the king and all the people that bear rule by sea and land.
It says woman, the woman has borne the king, right? Woman gave birth to the king. And 9 times out of 10, if you got a man of renown, he's not the primary teacher of the children. Who's the primary teacher of the children? The woman. So if you got a foolish, brothers, is why I pick your woman wisely. If you got a foolish woman, what is she going to teach your son? Foolishness. If you got a wise woman, then your son could be a wise king. So every man of renown, right? Every man of renown that you see, case by case, always had a strong woman in his life to teach him. It's a fact. So you want a strong woman to teach, be able to teach and raise your kids. Watch this, read.
Verse 15. Women have borne the king and all the people to bear rule by sea and land. Even of them came they, and they nourished them up that planted the vineyard, from whence the wine cometh. These also make garments for men. These bring glory into men. And without woman cannot man be.
Without woman, right? And of course we understand without the man as well. But if you take away the woman, because the question is who's more stronger, if you take away our second half, will there be any children? Will we be able to raise up any seed? Not at all. But Also, peep what he said. Read it one more time.
Verse 17, these also make garments for men. These bring glory into
Look
men.
at y'all see these decorations we had this past feast? I can't do that. I'm not good. I don't have that. If it was just me in here, Passover would just be a bunch of tables out and maybe some paper plates and cups. Remember, we forgot the plates and cups. Remember? The napkins. We need our sisters. Our sisters help us. So all of the intricate details that y'all see, the menorahs, all the decorations, and that's my wife and the women that accompany her. The beautiful sisters of this camp that create these things for us to make the feast a little bit more popping, correct? What's this? Read.
Verse 18. Yea, and if man have gathered together gold and silver or any other goodly thing, do they not love a woman which is comely in favor and beauty?
See, because what do men work for and want to have money for? So we can get the sisters. And don't men that love their wives, don't they shower them with gifts, give them things, buy them things? Yes, that's how men, because we're providers, correct? So you see, watch this, but watch this, it get better. Watch this, read.
And letting all those things go, do they not gape? And even with open mouth, fix their eyes fast on her?
You know what that means? Dang, look at her, she bad. Brother be talking for hours. Dang, brothers be in love. Do they gape? Do they stare? Yeah. Read, what's this?
And have now all men more desire unto her than unto silver or gold or any goodly thing whatsoever?
Because what do majority of brothers concerned is about what? Finding a wife. Everybody want to find a wife. But look at this part, read.
A man leaveth his own father that brought him up and his own country, and cleaveth unto his wife.
Read.
He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife, and remembereth neither father, nor mother, nor country.
I forgot how it feel to live with my dad. I don't even know how I feel to live with my matter of fact, I can't even go back home and live with my dad. It's impossible. Me and my wife are so one. We live together. You leave your mom and father and you cleave unto your wife. And you start a whole new life. See what I'm saying? Watch this, read.
By this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the women? Yea, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal, to sail upon the sea and upon rivers, and looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness.
A man, I'm talking about a man that truly loves his woman. I'm not talking about no rinky dink cat that really don't love his woman. I'm talking a man that truly loves his woman. Why do we go to war, fellas? What did the Maccabees say? Why did the Maccabees go to war? Other than obviously to defend themselves against the most. Well, shoot, half of the Israelites was wicked. But I think it was Mattathias. What did Mattathias say? Or it might have been Mattathias or Judas Maccabees. What did he say, Lord?
We fight for our wives and our laws.
He said we fight for our children, I think, too. I think he said the children. But I know the wives was in there. We fight for our wives. We go to war for our women. If we was about to go to war right now, brothers, what would we tell the sisters to do? Go to the back. Go to the back. And what we do, we willing to risk our lives for our wives, for our children, and for our laws as well. But watch this, read.
Verse 21, Salakia, verse 23. Yea, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal, to sail upon the sea and upon rivers, and looketh upon the lion and goeth in the darkness. And when he have stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love.
Man, even in the world, people will rob for Valentine's Day. What they call them, the YNs, right? A YN will go rob you to bring it back for his woman. This is real stuff. Like the Bible is a real book. It's true. Now watch what it says, though. Watch what it says. Read.
Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother.
It says a man loveth his wife better than his father or his mother. Right? Read.
Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women.
And you got some men that are just throw everything away for women. Right? Read.
And become servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women.
Didn't that happen with Adam? He said, that woman you gave me. No, Adam. You was beguiled. Because imagine how beautiful Eve was. She was the first woman ever. Imagine that. So yeah, he loved her and he listened to her and erred. So woman is more powerful. It's a point that I'm getting here though. Watch this, read.
And now, do ye not believe me? Is not the king great in his power?
The king is great in his power, right? Read.
Do not all regions fear to touch him?
Don't you? If it was a situation with King David, right? You wouldn't feel comfortable, brothers, just walking up to King David, just eating willy-nilly, right? Nah, especially with his men. The scripture says King David's men were chaffed in the mind. So I'm not just walking up willy-nilly to David. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to do that to no king, right? Watch this, read.
And now, do you not believe me? Is not the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him?
Read.
Yet did I see him and Apame, the king's concubine, the daughter of the admirable Bardicus, sitting at the right hand of the king, and taking the crown from the king's head.
He took the crown off the king's head. Can I do that? Let me walk up to the king. Oh, what's up, king? Let me see that. Death. But it said this woman was able to walk up to the king and remove the crown off his head. That's why, sisters, y'all got to know y'all superpower. Your superpower is not, and I did a lesson years ago about this. Your superpower is not found in aggression. Your superpower is feminine. That's your superpower for a man. A man, we learned that story with Ruth. You understand? Was it Ruth? Yes, with Esther. I'm sorry, I said Ruth. You learned that story with Esther. He got rid of the aggressive woman and he brought in the soft, delicate, feminine woman, and then she delivered her people. But the point is, says this woman was able to go to the king, remove his crown. But what did she do? She went more than that. What did she do? Read.
And set it upon her own head.
She put it on her own head. No brother in here can walk up to no king, even if you the king homie. You ain't taking that crown off that king head and putting it on your head. But this woman was able to do it. Watch this, read.
She also struck the king with her left hand.
And she hit the king. Yeah, flirting, yes. I'm not going up to the king. Hey, what up, king? Take the crown. Hey, let me see that, king. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You see how silly that even sounds? But she was able to go up to the king, take his crown off his head, and then struck him. Now, we know not struck him like hard, but the point is you don't do that to a king. You see, we in America, we don't have no morals. We don't know how I feel to deal with a king. You don't do that to it. You don't even go. Remember, when you read the story of Esther, you couldn't even go to the king unless he called for you. So this is how powerful women are, right? Read.
And yet, for all this, the king gaped and gazed upon her with open mouth.
With an open mouth. I say, Anthony, you so crazy. She's so crazy. Real. That's my boo, man. Power. How did John the Baptist die? How did he die? Okay, yeah, we know that, but how? Because a woman. Because a woman. So what I'm telling you guys is that in this story, in this romantic drama, did we going with that? Romantic drama? In this romantic drama, Israel would be considered that delicate woman. Okay, go to Jeremiah chapter 6. Go back to Jeremiah chapter 6.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, verse 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
Which one of you brothers don't like a comely and delicate woman? I love a comely, delicate woman. Every man in here loves a comely, delicate woman. And you know what the Most High said? He said, I've likened the daughters of Zion, the daughters of Zion as a comely and delicate woman. Read it one more time, Lyle. I'm sorry.
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
So let's get more. Let's follow up with that. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 7. I'm going to show you guys. Who is the Lord married to? Who? Yeah, Lord is married to Israel. Now, of course, guys, this is all allegory. The point that he's establishing is that his love, because he's also calls us his children. He calls us his children, and he calls us we have a covenant with him like a marriage. Okay, and he loves us as such. Watch this. Oh shoot, go to Deuteronomy 7. Read verse 7.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you are more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people.
Read.
But because the Lord loved you.
What's the word we keep hearing back and forth? Love. 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 He said, I didn't pick you because you was the tallest or mightiest people. I didn't pick you because you were the most fair, beautiful, strongest nation. He said, no, I didn't pick you because of that. Read.
And because he will keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, have the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him, and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
And what does he want? What is the covenant that he has established with us? What is the basis of the covenant that he has established with us? Love. The covenant that he has established with those that love him. So this covenant is about love. Those that love him. And he's looking for those that love him. That's why if you truly don't love the Most High, typically your walk does not last long. You're going to wither away. I've been keeping Passover. How many Passovers is this for us? What, like 14 or something like that? 14 Passovers, and I still have the same fun I had when I first kept the first one. Because I love the Lord. Oh, here it is, Passover again. Oh, got to get rid of the leaven. Brothers, you want a woman like that? I got to spend time with Tazana Y today. Yeah. He's supposed to be taking me to some movie, but you want a woman like that, Lob? You want to go out to any? I really don't feel like it, but if you want to. Nobody wants nobody like that. I mean, women don't want nobody like that. Nobody wants nobody like that. That's how you sound when you complain on the Lord's feast day. Oh, I just got to do this again. You know those people that pop in just to pop in? Oh, I got to go. Like that? Who wants a relationship with somebody like that? That's not a loving relationship. That's like a relationship of a person that is tolerant. Yeah, that's the word. That's a beautiful word. Like you brothers and sisters. But I'm speaking to my brothers too, because the Lord is the husband in this allegory. You don't want to be with a woman that's tolerating you. You ever been with a woman that tolerates you? And you can tell just the side of you just make her sick. You ever seen a brother be like, dang, that brother woman do not like him? You ever been with seen a man try to give his woman a kiss and she's like, damn. I ain't a woman that, man. Huh? All that touching me. I'm telling you, no man want to be with a woman like that. That's how you treat the Most High, though. That's how you treat the Most High. For all of us in here, you sisters too. That's how you treat the Most High when you murmur and complain about spending time with him. His Sabbath, he said, my Sabbaths are what? Delight. You got some people. Let me tell you how cold this is. You got some people. Okay, let me give y'all another analogy. You ever seen a woman? You see this all the time with these celebrities. She tolerates you, but her favorite celebrity, she giddy for. Or another man, she in another man face, and she giddy in another man face. When another man come around, she melting at the sight of him. She ain't gotta even be, she don't even gotta be too boisterous about it. You can just tell her how she look at the dude. Ain't breaking eye contact. But with you, y'all seen Norbit? Seen the movie Norbit? The instructor, she was with the instructor, but Norbit, she tolerated him. You don't want to be in no relationship like that. Some of y'all relationship is, some of y'all relationship is like that though with the Lord. Because you scared of your boss more than the Lord. You love your boss and work more than God. See, y'all don't look at it like that. I gotta get to this work. I called off already. I can't call off again. You know how you sound? That's how a woman that tolerates you, your girl tolerates you, and then she with the other dude giving him all the benefits. Now, how do you feel? How do you feel? And we're gonna see that the Most High has emotions. You see what I'm saying? This is a relationship. This is not no pastime. You guys are in a relationship right now. Watch this. Go from there. So that was Deuteronomy. Did we read 10?
No. We just read 9.
Read 9 and into 10.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 10. And repayeth them that hate, Salakia, and repayeth them that hate him to their face.
Now, he said, the ones that hate me, I'm getting rid of them. I'm divorcing them. The ones that hate me, I'm getting rid of them. You know that Jim Jones? Back then you didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Y'all all on me. Y'all remember that? That's how it's gonna be when the Most High come back. Was that Mike Jones? Yeah. Y'all gonna be, a lot of people are gonna be just like that when the Lord come back. And I hope it's none of us for sure. But a lot of people don't have a relationship with God like they think. Watch this. Read.
He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face.
Yeah, it's a thin line between love and hate, right? Y'all know crime or passion? Y'all know what a crime of passion is? When you catch your chick in the bed with another man and then he go kill both of them, that's called a crime of passion. That means he was so distraught. See, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Men hide our emotions very well, as we should. But it's no greater betrayal than finding your wife with another man. There is no greater betrayal. It don't matter who the man is. If y'all notice that, like normally 9 times out of 10, case by case, of course, but 9 times out of 10, it don't matter how big or how little the man is. He could be a big dude. Hide. Because there's no fearing like when a man is furious with dealing with his wife. I'm saying that to tell y'all that the Lord has that same type of fury when we go and we put him on the back burner for Esau. The same way. That's why he says he compares us. His love is like the love of a man and a woman dealing with us. We're going to see that. It's a fact. Let's go from there. Go to Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8. Let's look at this. Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8. Go ahead, Lord, when you get it.
This is the book of Zechariah chapter 2 and 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
You know what the term apple of my eye is? It means that you're special to me. Brothers in here that's married, somebody touch your wife, what's gonna happen? It's a wrap. Something gonna happen. Either I'm getting beat down or you getting beat down, but something is gonna happen. y'all ever read about the story of Troy? Y'all read that story? Y'all know about that? Helen of Troy? What happened with Helen of Troy? It's a movie. Y'all ever seen that movie, Achilles? Y'all gotta watch some movies, man. Go watch that movie Achilles. It's a great movie. Mac on all the movies, right? What happened with Helen of Troy, Mac? Get Mac the mic. Get Mac the mic. What happened? And I'm gonna give y'all the real story of Helen of Troy too. After the movie kind of made it a little funky. I'm gonna tell y'all what he really did. Go ahead, man.
I mean, it's pretty much one of the princes slept with another prince's wife, ended up causing a whole war between the Trojans and I believe it was the Persians.
Or was it the Persians? It was the Trojans and I forgot the other Greek nation, but
yeah, it was just another Greek nation. And then they end up having a whole skirmish, all because
of a woman.
Yeah, pretty much like that.
So you had the young. If you watch the movie, you had the young pretty boy, Suave cat, right? He ain't no warrior. Little Suave cat. That's how they made him in the movie. He goes, he seduces the king's. Not just any wife. His main. Like his main. So he goes and seduces her, and then she goes and run away with him. He finds out, and he is determined to destroy that whole nation off the face of the earth because of a woman. And now this was a true story. The true story was when he destroyed them, because he did, he left her alive and didn't take her back so she can live with that. He killed everybody. He killed the whole, he destroyed everybody and left her alive and didn't take her back. Didn't take her back, left her alive and let her live with the death of her true lover, right? And his whole nation on her hands. That is the rage of a man when you touch his woman. That's how the Most High feels. Whenever you do something contrary, you are the apple of his eye. And for you not to put him as such, he is angry. He is angry. That's why they say it is a thin line between love and hate. That's a real thing. YouTuber, remember that one YouTuber that killed the girl? It was a long time ago. Well, a young YouTuber, successful. He thought his money could keep her. Money ain't gonna keep her, fellas. She went and lay with somebody else, got with somebody else. He in jail right now. He was a millionaire. He in jail right now, lost everything because he killed her and him. So that is the rage of a man. Most High is similar. Watch, I'm gonna show y'all. Go to Exodus 2:24. You know how Christians always tell you God is no respect of persons. God is no respect of persons. God's no respect of persons within Israel. But does he respect people? Let's see. Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 24.
And I think if a lot of us understood this, then people will understand just because I even Christians, like, I don't think they understand just how important Israel is because they don't read this part. They don't read the love story part. They read the saved Gentiles part. They don't read the love story between God and Israel. All they do is Israel disrespected God and left from God and God left from. No, that's not it. This is a love story. You never read about the love story part of what God wants and his relationship with Israel. Let's read that. Exodus chapter 2, verse 24.
And God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob.
Read.
And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them.
Do you guys understand? I don't think, like, do we ever take time to process that the living God, see, I believe in God. I truly believe in him. I don't question him. I don't doubt. I've seen a lot of my life to where I know the Most High is there. I don't question the Most High. Do you guys ever stop to think to yourself, the Most High God that created the sun, the moon, and the stars love you? Like, you don't ever stop to think about that? Like, dang, that's kind of a crazy concept that The Most High God. I remember when I was in the church, I thought that before. I told y'all this story before, where I thought to myself, hearing the pastor talk about the relationship, because one pastor did, Pastor Kennedy, talk about the relationship between God and the Jews. He was saying the Jews at the time. And I was just like, that's not fair. So these white Jewish people get the love of God like that, and they get everything in the world too. And I'm like, meanwhile, black people, we just thrown away and not realizing that we are those people. And the reason why we're getting punished is because we cheated on them. We cheated on them. And we cheating on them now. Some of y'all, some of us probably ain't here cheating on them still. That's why we like this. You understand? Watch this. Let's go from there. So you see, he respects Israel. Go from there. Go to first. Go to Ezekiel, Exodus 34 and 14. You know how the world try to make you feel, brothers? Try to make you feel like you can't be jealous. Oh, you jealous. You're right, I'm jealous. I tell people all the time, I am jealous. I am a jealous brother. Don't be in my girl face. What's that Kanye West song? I forgot that song. He was oh, I'm calling, baby, I'm selfish. That one? Yeah, that's me. I don't want nobody in my chick face. God is selfish too. God is selfish.
What do you say? Don't be trying to come around my girl.
Yeah, don't be trying to come around my girl acting like Mr. Friendly. Still the spotlight like Mr. Bentley. I spotted her like Spud McKenzie. Now that's real though. That's how men when look, I'm gonna tell y'all something, sisters. Because this is look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If you with a dude and he tells you I'm not the jealous type, he's lying to you. I am a man. He's lying to you. Either he don't really care about you like that, or he hiding it in his heart, but it's eating him up. But keep doing whatever it is doing you for too long, it's gonna end your relationship. Guarantee. That I ain't jealous and all that. Nah. Because guess what, y'all? And for everybody in here, the Most High is jealous. He's jealous. Read verse 34 and 14.
The book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 13. But ye shall destroy their altars, break their images, and cut down their groves.
So when we commit adultery, y'all know how it look like for us to commit adultery? Us committing adultery is worshiping other gods. The Most High said, man, break their images, burn, pull down their groves, do all of that. I don't want none of that. No idols. Get rid of all of it. The Most High didn't say, it's cool, I ain't a jealous God. I know she's still coming back to me. What? No. No, not at all. Watch this. Read.
Verse 14. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord, whose name is jealous.
It says his name was jealous. So it's different, right? Like, imagine if y'all on the first date, sisters. I'm gonna be relating the man and woman relationship throughout this lesson because that's what this is. Now imagine you go on the first date and then you ask a man, so are you the jealous type? And he just doesn't say, yeah, I'm the jealous type. He says, yeah, I'm so jealous. Shoot, my name is Jealous. They nickname me Jealous. You're gonna kind of be like, damn, this brother. God said, my name is Jealous. That's how. Describe me as an adjective, jealous. My name is that. This is not a God you want to play with. Don't enter this covenant with him and cheat on him. I mean, you see where that got us, right? Okay now. We Helen of Troy over here. You understand? Watch this, read.
Verse 15. Verse 14. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God.
Say, my name is jealous, and I'm a jealous God. I am a jealous God. The reason why I'm going through these scriptures is because I want y'all to know something. Yeah, God loves you. But if you cheat on him, It's a fury. Listen, we've been here before, guys. So y'all know how y'all be like, dang, our forefathers and foremothers was on them slave ships. You probably were one. You just don't remember. The Lord punished us so bad that he just didn't take the bad people away. He took the good people. Daniel, Ezekiel, Isaiah, they all went into captivity. And they feared the Lord. The Lord took the whole nation. That's how angry he was. He took the whole nation. Now, granted, he still made provisions for the righteous men in captivity, but they still had to go. God is a jealous God. Make sure you understand that. Go to Ezekiel chapter 16 and read verse 16. Let's start at verse 1. Let's listen. This is a message for you. This is a letter. This is a letter from the Most High God to the nation of Israel. Okay. Ezekiel chapter, what did I say? 16? 16 and 1. Yeah, read 1. Go ahead, Lord.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 1.
Read.
Again, the word of the Lord came into me, saying, Son of man, cause Jerusalem to know her abominations.
He says, cause Jerusalem to know her abominations. You want to know what we did to God? We broke his heart. We destroyed his heart. We crushed that man. You ever been in love, fellas, and a woman crushed you? That's what we did to God. We crushed that man. Or that God, that deity. We crushed him. Destroyed him. He says, cause her to know her abominations, right? Read.
And say, thus saith the Lord God unto Jerusalem,
Read.
Thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan. Thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother an Hittite. And as for thy nativity, in the day thou was born, thy navel was not cut. Neither was thou washed in water to supple thee.
He said, y'all was among the heathens when I found you. When I found y'all was among the heathens. And it was like y'all was so filthy among the heathens. It was like a baby that was born and the umbilical cord ain't being cut and not being washed. Just the baby just born and just out. Imagine that. Imagine a mother have a baby and she get temporary insanity. She had a baby in the house and just leave the baby on the bed, just umbilical cord still attached and all that. Just that's how the Most High said he found you. Right? Watch this. Read.
Thou was not salted at all, nor swaddled at all.
He said you wasn't. See, there he is. He's referencing us between a woman and a child. He's like, y'all wasn't swaddled, y'all wasn't cleaned, y'all wasn't nothing when I found you. Read.
None I pitied thee to do any of these unto thee.
And nobody even cared. You know what the Most High basically saying, brothers and sisters, y'all can relate, you know, because we all can relate. We all been in here, we seen. That's like the good guy. He giving her flowers, box of chocolates, the nice guy. And then she go with what they call him, the Tyrone. She go with Tyrone. He treating her bad, dogging her out. And then the nice guy come, and he being a nice guy, but she continues to run to the guy that's dogging her out. That's how the Most High is talking right now. When I found y'all, nobody even cared about y'all. Nobody even cared about y'all. They didn't pity you. They didn't care about you. I have no concern with you. Watch this. Read.
Says, none I pitied thee to do any of these unto thee, to have compassion upon thee. But thou wast cast out in the open field to the loathing of thy person in the day that thou was born.
He said, but you was cast out into the open field. Right? Watch this. Read.
And when I passed by thee and saw thee polluted in thine own blood, I said unto thee when thou was in thy blood, live. Yea, I said unto thee when thou was in thy blood, live. I have caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field.
Read.
And thou hast increased and waxen great.
Read.
And thou art come to excellent ornament.
He said, man, when I found you, I started getting you together. I started cleaning you up. He said, excellent ornaments. Meaning you was decked out. I made you fly. I decked you out. Imagine, brothers and sisters, put this as a relationship of a man and a woman. You deck her out, you make her fly, you pay for everything, you buy her nice cars, nice gifts, right? Watch this. It's not over. Read.
It says, thy breasts are fashioned and thine hair is grown.
He said, Joe, her chest area was fashioned, meaning she had jewels on her neck, had diamonds on her neck, right? Said her hair was fly. He got her hair right. He was getting your nails done. He was doing all of that. Huh? Everything did. It's like that story. Y'all know that song with Mr. Biggs? Y'all know that old song with Mr. Biggs? What's it called? Contagious? Yeah. I can't sing, so I ain't gonna sing it. Someone's telling me that you're sleeping with another. Well, if you're not sleeping with her, what you doing with her? That's real. You understand? So, well, I think it was another one they had too. I can't think of it, but yeah, but it's contagious. But this basically Ezekiel 16 is that song. Ezekiel 16 is that song. All right, watch this. Read.
God, it says, whereas thou was naked and bare, now when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, thy time was a time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee.
He said, thy time was a time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee, meaning I took care of you. You didn't want for nothing. I got you together. I got you right. See, we selfish in here. We always, woe is me. I'm going through this. I'm going through that. When we start blaming God, why would God do this to me? Because you hurt him. But you don't know that. We become narcissists with God. I just can't. It's just so hard. I just can't. Can't what? We deserve the punishment. We deserve the hardships. You deserve it. Thank God you're not dead. That's the thing. Thank God the Most High didn't destroy your soul. You gotta clap it up for the Most High. You got to. You have to. We gotta stop being prideful. We don't deserve anything. The only reason why we get prideful like that is because we be feeling like we deserve something. Brother, you can't break the Sabbath. Call off. We in captivity, brothers. Why would I do the thing that got me in captivity? That don't make sense. That's like a man taking his girl back and then she cheat on him again. And then she used the excuse, because you know how some sisters are. Well, it's because you didn't do this and you didn't do that. And well, if you would have paid more attention, well, if you would have did that, well, you didn't talk to me. You didn't love me. You didn't do that. That's how we sound to the Most High. And he gave you everything. No accountability, that narcissist behavior with the Most High. Watch what he says. Read. See, this is more important than knowing Gog and Magog, Trump and the mark of the beast. This is more important because this is the relationship, because like I said before, you can know when them nukes hit, but you might be caught up in the frying because you don't have a relationship. It's not about the knowledge you have. It's not about none of that. It's about the relationship. This is why we're here. This is the whole reason why he got to nuke Esau. Because of you. Because you messed up in the first place. If you never would have messed up, Esau wouldn't even be in power. Wouldn't even be none of this. We would have been good. So you got to spend more time reading the relationship, because we hurt him. Watch what he said. Read.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 8.
Read.
Now, when I was passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, thy time was a time of love. And I spread my skirt over thee
Read.
and covered thy nakedness.
Mhm.
Yea, I swear unto thee and enter into a covenant with thee,
Read.
saith the Lord God.
Uh-huh.
And thou becamest mine. Then washed I thee with water.
Uh-huh.
Yea, I thoroughly washed away thy blood from thee,
Read.
and I anointed thee with oil.
Read.
I clothed thee also with bordered work,
Uh-huh.
and shod thee with badger skin.
He said, man, you had the finest of fine material on. He said, I put the baddest material on you. Girded you up. And we talking about baddest material with pure gold. Decked you out with real silver. Right? Watch this. Read.
And I girded thee about with fine linen,
Uh-huh.
and I covered thee with silk. I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands.
He gave you gold. Put bracelets on your hands. The Most High is a romantic. In the sense of he loves you. I know somebody's gonna kill me. The man no romanticize and Roman. I get it. I get it, y'all. Don't kill me, brothers. Don't kill me, because Israel love to cut, especially when it comes to sisters. Don't go no romantic God. We don't go to the movie. You don't do nothing. Just sit at home. God is not like that. God said, I decked you with gold, silver. I gave you bracelets. Buy your girl something nice, fellas. Won't you just surprise your girl sometimes? I just go get her a necklace. Just surprise her. Like, look what I got you. Just surprise her out the blue. Don't even know. The Most High did that. Most High teach y'all some game, fellas. If she deserving. But that's the point, because the Most High was like, I did all of that for y'all, and y'all ain't even deserving of it. Because watch what we end up doing. Watch this. Read. It's nothing worse. Not to my beautiful sisters of Zion, but it's nothing worse than what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for when a person is a ungrateful woman? It's nothing worse. When you buy her a diamond chain and she be like, you buy her give me a name. You buy her a Gucci purse and she say, it's okay. I wanted a Louis one. It's nothing worse than that. That's how Israel is to the Most High. That's how Israel is to the Most High. Watch this. Read.
God, it says, I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put on bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck, and I put a jewel on thy forehead.
He said, when you look into that jewel on the forehead, that's actually a nose ring. He said, I put a nose piercing in your nose. I decked you out. When you go into the blue letter, I decked you out. Did all of that. Gave you all the bracelets, all of that. Decked you with fine garments, clothes. Right? Watch this. Read.
And earrings in thine ears.
Put earrings in your ear. Did all of that. Read.
And a beautiful crown upon thine head.
And I gave you a crown of your own and put it on your head. Watch this. Read.
Thou decked with gold and silver.
I decked you with gold and silver. Read.
And thy raiment was of fine linen and silk, embroidered work.
Read.
And thou didst eat fine flour.
And I gave you the best of the foods to eat. I gave you the best of the foods to eat. Read.
And honey and oil. And that was
y'all had that unleavened bread with that honey on it. Fire. But imagine that fine flour where you able to use the leavening agent. You put it in there with that, that honey in it, that butter, that cornbread. There we go, that cornbread. Y'all ever had that good Southern cornbread? That sweet. It's just got that right touch of sweetness and that butteriness. Yeah, y'all hungry, huh? I forgot y'all ain't ate bread in a minute. Yeah, it's been like a week. Don't worry, y'all get it tonight. Most High gave y'all an extra day of eating no leaven. He said, them Negroes need an extra day of no leaven. Watch this. Read.
And thou was exceeding beautiful.
He says, and you was exceeding beautiful. Read.
And thou didst prosper into a kingdom. And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty. For it was perfect through my comeliness, which I have put upon thee, saith the Lord God.
Man, it was perfect for my comeliness. What does comely mean? Beautiful. He said, I made you perfect beautiful. You was to my liking. I made you beautiful. Right? Watch this, read.
But thou didst trust in thy own beauty,
But then you start getting lifted up, read.
and playedst the harlot because of thy
And
renown.
you cheated on me. You know what the other word for harlot is? Y'all said it, right? Most High gonna be calling us hoes all throughout this. Is it real? I'm being honest with y'all. It's harlot means hoe. It's short for hoe. Like he gonna be calling us hoes all throughout Ezekiel 16. It's like a man that's mad at his chick and be cussing her out. He cussing you out in Ezekiel 16. Y'all don't believe me? Watch this. Read. We ain't gonna read the whole thing, but watch. It's real. Read.
And playedst the harlot because of thy renown, and pouredst out thy fornications on everyone that passeth by.
And then you went to everybody that passed by. What did Franklin say? Saint say? Him, bodies, 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 bodies. No, men do not like women with high body counts. The Lord don't either. In Israel, can I be real with y'all today? We a bunch of hoes. That's real. We 304s. All of us in here. All of us, every single one of us in here was a 304 at one point in our life. Whether physically with women physically or on the other way, or just spiritually. We were 304s. And the Most High gonna say it. Watch what he says. Read.
Verse 15, but thou didst trust in thy own beauty and playedst a harlot because of thy renown, and pouredst out thy fornications on everyone that passeth by. His it was. And of thy garments thou didst take, and deckedst thy high places with diverse colors.
And you, the nerve of you, when I was at work, this is what the Most High is saying. I'm bringing it home to y'all. When I was at work, getting that money to bring back to you, you was putting on the jewelry and the clothes I bought you to date him. You put the bracelet on I gave you, the nose piercing, the chains, the nice clothes. You put that on to go see another man. That's what Israel did. Huh? You, yeah, facts. Bought you things you couldn't even pronounce. You didn't know what that was. And then the ultimate betrayal. You brought him in my house. Because that's what Israel did when they brought them idols into the temple. They brought them idols into the temple. We was bringing other gods into his house. He said, you brought that man in my house? In my house? In my bed? You don't even walk in another man's room unless he asks you. How would you feel, brothers, if a brother just came to your house and just walked up in your room? Man, bro, why you get out my room, bro? What are you doing? This is sacred. My room is sacred. Don't just walk in my room. Like, you don't just walk in a man's room. You brought this man in my house, in my bed, in my room? This is what I'm saying. This is what we did to the Most High. Watch, read.
And playedst the harlot thereupon.
Played, there it go again, the 304 again. Read.
The light thing shall not come, neither shall it be so. Thou hast also taken thy fair jewels of my gold and of my silver, which I have given thee, and madest to thyself images of men, and didst commit whoredom with them, and tookest thy broidered garments and coveredst them, and thou hast set mine oil and my incense before them, my meat also which I gave thee, fine flour and oil.
So the Lord is hot right now. The Lord, the Lord is so angry at us right now. Because if you just skip to verse 35, this is how you know the Lord was mad. Go to verse 35, read that. Watch what he said, the opening statement.
Wherefore, O harlot.
Wherefore, O hoe. That's what he's calling her. Man, go and read. For the sake of time, we're not going to read the whole thing. Go home and read Ezekiel 16. He is giving you a bill of divorce in Ezekiel 16. He is angry in Leviticus 16. Watch this. Let's get a little bit more in here, and then we're gonna move forward. Go to let's get verse let's start at verse 35.
Yeah. Book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 35. Wherefore,
read verse 32. Read verse 32.
God. Verse 32.
30. Read 30. Read 30. I'm sorry. I gotta get that. Go ahead. Y'all read 30. Read 30. I'm sorry.
God, verse 30. How weak is thine heart, saith the Lord God, seeing thou doest all these things, the work of an imperious, whorish woman.
Read.
In that thou buildest thine eminent place in the head of every way, and makest thine high place in every street, has not been as an harlot, in that thou scornest hire, but as a wife thy committed adultery.
See, just like a wife, you committed adultery. Read.
Which taketh strangers instead of her husband.
You took strangers instead of your husband. Read.
They give gifts to all whores, but thou givest thy gifts to all thy lovers and hirest them.
He said, all thy lovers. You got multiple lovers. It's no greater pain than to realize how much lovers your woman was actually dealing with. And that's what happened with the Most High God. We broke his heart. We broke him down. Hold on one second. Let me get one more. I thought I put it in here. Let me see. Let me get this real quick. Let me get this real quick. Thought I put it in here. 23. Go to Ezekiel 23 and 5. Let me see. Is that the one I want? Let me see. Is that the one I want? Let me see. No, that's not the one I want. Hold on one second. Let me make sure. Hold on. It's actually, hold on one second. Jeremiah. Yeah, that's the one I want. Oh, Jeremiah 3 and 8. I'm sorry. Jeremiah chapter 3 and 8. Yeah. 3 and 8. Salakia. Go ahead and read that when you got it.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 8.
Read.
And I saw when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel.
So remember, let me ask y'all a question. How many wives does God have? How many wives does God have? He has 2. He has 2. Watch what he says. Read.
And I saw when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel.
See, so you got backsliding Israel. Who's Israel? The northern kingdom. The northern kingdom went first. They went to go play the harlot first. And then what happened with the sister Judah? Read.
And I saw when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I have put her away and given her a bill of divorce.
He says she went and played and committed adultery, and it says, and he gave her a bill of divorce. Read.
Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not.
But it says her treacherous sister Judah had no fear. She went and played the harlot with her sister. Y'all all cheated on me. Watch this. Read.
But went and played the harlot also. And it came to pass through the lightness of her whoredom that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and with stocks. Yet for all this, her treacherous sister Judah had not turned unto me with her whole heart.
He says her treacherous sister Judah. Treacherous. Israel went first. And then Judah followed. Watch this, read.
But finally, saith the Lord, Salakia.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord said unto me, the backsliding Israel have justified herself more than treacherous Judah.
Uh-huh.
Go and proclaim these words toward the north, and say, return thou backsliding Israel, saith the Lord.
Uh-huh.
And I will not cause my anger to fall upon you.
The Lord is so merciful because he said, all I want you to do is turn back to me. But if you don't, then I'm going to cause my anger to fall upon you. Read.
For I am merciful, said the Lord,
Uh-huh.
and I will not keep anger forever. Only acknowledge thine iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy God,
Read.
and hast scattered thy ways to the strangers under every green tree.
Mm-hmm.
And ye have not obeyed my voice, saith the Lord.
Read.
Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you.
He's like, I'm married to you. I am married to you. I have covenants with you. Come back to me. Right? Read.
And I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion.
You see that? The Lord, out of all the treachery that we did, he still loves us so much to where he wants us to come back to him. When he could have just wiped us off the face of the planet. So when you put it in perspective like that, what do we really have to complain about? Now, let's get a couple of examples real quick of some relationships that we can examine in the scriptures that we want to be like. Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 13 verse 14. These are the people that you should read about so that you can see how we need to be. And y'all know who we going to start with. We're going to have to start with that man after his own heart. Read 1 Samuel chapter 13, verse 14.
The book of 1 Samuel chapter 13, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
But now thy kingdom shall not continue.
Because now I just want to let everybody know that is the relationship as a whole that we have with the Most High. Now we have to see how individually, because you have to have an individual relationship with him too. So as a whole, we have a relationship with him. That's why as a whole, what do? We come together for feast days, right? We keep Passover, Pentecost together. We keep new moons together. We bring in the Sabbaths together. So as a whole, we have a relationship with him, right? But then when you go home, how is your relationship with him? Are you still cheating on him? Because it's one thing to just show up to a feast. It's another thing to be in your prayer closet, to pray, to talk. How often do you talk to him? Do you talk to him? Have you ever lived in a house with somebody that didn't talk to you? It's like crazy. That's crazy, especially for a sister. You got a man that just don't talk to you. That hurts. That's hatred. Or vice versa. Your woman don't talk to you. She don't want to deal with you. She don't want to talk to you. Well, when you guys leave from here, are you only just coming to class and then going home and worried about your own day-to-day life? This is not the Christian church, guys. I'm letting y'all know this. This is not the Christian church where you can just come to church and you good now. Do you have a relationship with him? Did you go home and talk to him? Did you pray to him? Or as soon as you went home, was you worried about your own things you got going on in your life? And I'm saying that for myself included. Because you have a personal relationship that you have to uphold. And not like that, how much should each person give in a relationship? 100%. There is no 50-50. There is no 50-50. It's 100-100. You give 100, I give 100. We both giving it our all in this relationship. How much are you giving in your relationship with the Most High? Or are you not giving? And then you finally realize that's why your life is messed up still. Your life is messed up because, well, I thought the truth was supposed to make me better. Well, you're not doing something. This for everybody in here, everybody online, me included. When your life is not going right, 9 times out of 10, sometimes, because sometimes it could just be the Lord is testing you. But sometimes it could be it's because you're doing something or not doing something. And the Lord is trying to get you to get on board. I don't know why the Lord made me lose my job. Well, was you breaking the Sabbath? Were you only maybe you weren't breaking the Sabbath. Watch this. Maybe you weren't breaking the Sabbath, but your job was so taxing, you didn't have no time for the Lord time to read, to talk to him, or maybe it was so distracting that the main source of everything in your life was your job. So you know what the Lord did? He took it from you. And he said, I need to be that. Or maybe the main thing in your life was your spouse. You know what I mean? Maybe the main thing in your life was your spouse, and then your spouse just one day up and left you. You know, maybe your spouse, you know, you was like trying to fear the Lord, and he or she wasn't trying to fear the Lord. They still was with you, but you was still being with them, and you still was letting them bring pork in the house and letting them celebrate Christmas and letting them do all of that, and you still was entertaining that because you just couldn't stomach leaving them. You know what the Lord did? He made them leave you. And then when they left you, your world shattered. And God was like, see, because you love them more than me. Because in your relationship, who are you supposed to love more? The Most High. You don't put your husband or your wife before the Most High. You put God before your husband and wife. You put God before your kids. You put God before your friends. You put God before everything in your life. I'm going to show you how that looked with David. Read that 1 Samuel chapter 13, verse 14.
Verse 14. But now thy kingdom shall not continue. The Lord have sought him a man after his own heart.
So right here, guess what God is doing right here? God is breaking up with Saul. He breaking up with Saul. Because God can break up with you individually too. I just want to let y'all know that. He don't just have to break up with you as a whole. He'll break up with you individually. He broke up with Saul right here. He like, nah, Saul, we breaking up. I'm going and I'm about to go find a man after my own heart. Means somebody that's more deserving. See that? Watch, read.
And the Lord commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which the Lord commanded thee. And Samuel arose and gat him up from Gilgal until Gibeah of Benjamin.
It's no worse feeling than to be able to feel the presence of the Most High, and then all of a sudden that leaves. It's no worse feeling than that. And you can feel it when it's leaving too. You can feel it. You can feel it like, nah, something not right. I don't feel right. I'm having old thoughts of doing things I did in my past. That's God leaving you. When you start feeling that, you better, Rata told you first. When you start feeling that wavery feeling, when you start feeling that feeling of I got to take breaks and I don't know, and I'm confused and I got just questions, you not leaving God. God is leaving you. All praises if you can recognize that and get your stuff together. But if you start feeling that, you start finding yourself more distance from the works, more distance from anything related to the Most High God, the Most High God is leaving you. And that's what Saul felt. Saul didn't listen, and he felt that. And then David arose and was a man after God's own heart. Go to, you could write down Acts chapter 13, verse 22. Acts chapter 13, verse 22. That shows you that David was that man after God's own heart. All right. But let's see what the heart of David was like. Go to 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 24. Let's see what the heart of David was like.
The book of 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 24.
Read.
And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him and were sore afraid.
Imagine that. You see a big man and the whole army runs. The whole army. This is David and Goliath. The whole army runs. As soon as you see this man, everybody scatter. You ever seen a whole group of people run? Normally they bumping into each other, flipping, tripping over each other. Imagine that, right? Now, what David do? Read.
And the men of Israel said, have you seen this man that has come up?
They're like, man, did you see that dude? Have you seen this dude that came up? Read.
Surely to defy Israel is he come up, and it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter and make his father's house free in Israel.
You see that? Fear. They was afraid, right? But what was David's heart like? Read.
And David spake to the man that stood by him,
So
saying,
David was one of those. I'm gonna tell y'all, David was like one of those nuisances of a brother. He was one of those. David was like a very, like when you really read the story of David, David was like a very ambitious man, like a very ambitious, high. When I read about him, I feel like he had high energy. He was never like, you know, just sleep. He was scrappy. David was like a high energy type, scrappy type of dude, and very spontaneous when it came to the moment. Like, cause this is spontaneous, what he about to do. He wasn't timid, and he didn't have no fear. But watch this, read.
And David spoke to the man that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine,
Read.
and taketh away the reproach from Israel?
Read.
For who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God?
You're like, man, who is this? Who is this weak cat talking like that, defying the armies of God? See, David, see, a lot of y'all, how many of y'all would want to be friends with David? Raise your hand. Some of y'all wouldn't want to be friends with, some of y'all wouldn't want to be friends with David. Because you know why? Because David gonna tell you to your face you tripping. You ain't gonna want to be friends with David. How many sisters want to be with a man like David? You might not want to be with a man like David, because as soon as yeah, you low-key might be right. That brother to hard don't be playing, man. Hey, man, you got a man like David, either friend or husband like David, he's a no-nonsense type of guy when it comes to the law. He not gonna, David the type of man, whether friend or a companion, you tell him he ain't gonna make excuses for you to break the law. He's just not doing it. He's not doing it. You're not breaking the law, and if you breaking the law, our relationship ends. That's how David was. So now, if you was a man like David, then you gonna get it fine. But if anything contrary to the Most High, you wasn't in David's circle. You wasn't in his circle. This is a man that David is a great man to look up to. You know what I mean? For a plethora of reasons. So let's keep reading. Watch this. Read.
Verse 27. And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killeth him.
Now watch what David's big brother said. Read.
And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the men.
Read.
And Eliab's anger was kindled against David.
So David's older brother was hot. He heard David talking. Says his anger was kindled. Watch what he says. Read.
And it was his anger was kindled against David, and he said, why comest thou down hither?
You're like, why are you even here? But David loved the Lord so much, he was there. His brother was trying to call him out though, like, why are you even here? Read.
And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness?
Ain't you supposed to be with the sheep?
Little shepherd boy, yeah.
Who got the sheep right now? You're supposed to be with the sheep. You ain't even supposed to be here. I love David's response. Watch this.
I know thy pride.
I told y'all what type of man David was, right? I could just hear his brother saying, you little prideful nigga. Like, for real, you little prideful, man. Go watch the sheep. Right? Mind you, David was the baby brother. Watch this. Read.
I know thy pride and the naughtiness of thy heart.
So you know David was, the naughtiness of thy heart. David was always into something. Just let me know David was always into something. And David is the type of person, like when it comes to righteousness, he not going to hold his tongue. Watch what he say. Read.
For thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle.
See, David was a frontline soldier. When David got older, they had to tell David, you too old, bruh. Relax. We got you. You know what I mean? Like David was one of those type of dudes. He always wanted to be there in the action, the front lines. Read.
And David said, what have I now done?
Like, what I do now? Read.
Is there not a cause?
It should not be here. Isn't God greater than the sheep? In other words, isn't God greater than my job? Should not be here. You want me to go watch the sheep at a time like this? where an uncircumcised Philistine is disrespecting my God? And you want me to watch the sheep? That's why, man, ain't no greater disappointment than when you hear a brother say, I'm gonna be honest with y'all today. When you hear a brother afraid to take off work for the Sabbath, you just be disappointed. Because then you start thinking like, you would have never been able to go to war with Israel. You know, all of the stories we read of the valiant men, Maccabees and all those brothers. You couldn't hang with those brothers. We be tricking ourselves sometimes. They face death. Watch what David said. Read.
And he turned from Salakia, and he turned from him toward another.
And David just left him, just completely didn't know what he was talking about. Can you imagine you talking to your little brother? Man, you're supposed to be with the sheep. Go home. Man, why you leave me alone, man? I ain't worried about you. I'm talking about this. You know what I mean? Watch this, read.
And he turned from him toward another and spake after the same manner. And the people answered him again after the former manner. And when the words were heard which David spake,
read.
They rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him.
Read.
And David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him.
David is talking to the king. He ain't starstruck. He tell the king straight up, hey, man, listen, don't let nobody be scared of that dude. What we scared of? Just imagine a little ruddy dude come up to you and you got a warrior 9 feet tall, and he telling you, and you're a warrior on top of that, and David is a shepherd boy, and he coming to you like, man, nobody should be scared of him. And y'all heads, y'all gonna be like, man, you're not even qualified to even come and talk like how you talking. Just super aggressive in nature when it comes to the Most High God. That's how you should be, fellas. You should be like that. And sisters, you should be like that. At all times, you stand up for righteousness. You gonna get tested. Y'all gonna leave here tonight and you gonna get tested. You stand up for righteousness. Watch this, read.
Verse 32, and David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine. And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him.
Like, bro, you not about to fight this dude. You are not about to fight this Philistine. But the point that I'm bringing this out is because look at the relationship David had. He loved his God so much, he was not going to let nobody defy him. You got to be like that. You have to be like that. You cannot be scary. God don't want no scary cats in his army. If you are afraid, what they say, if you scared, go where? Go to church. Because the church will tell you, God will love you still. It's all right. It's okay. Just, you got kids. You got a family. Go to work. Live coming to me. Hey, Rodson, man, get out of here, Live. Go. It's all right. God will forgive you. Hell no. You stand on righteousness. Period. This is the relationship aspect. This is what God, we're about to get out of here in a minute. This is what God called a man after his own heart. So if you don't have this energy, you're not a man after God's heart. This is the energy you got to have. I don't think y'all understand. He said a man after my own heart. You got to be like David, man and woman. Because you got, I'm not going to be able to get to it today. It's too long. But you got sisters like Judith, sisters like Susanna, sisters like Abigail, sisters like Deborah, sisters like who am I missing? Esther. You know what I mean? You got those sisters that had the same type of spirit as David. They was more manly than the man. Judith was more manly than the man in terms of with the Most High. The man was about to give up. She's like, no. I'm going to prepare dinner. Get all the elders of the city and tell them to come here. I got to talk to them. No, brothers. We cannot do that, brothers. We are not. And sisters, you're not wrong for doing that. Don't let a man tell you you need to shut up. You don't tell me. If a man is going to hell off, tell that man. That's the only time you can speak up. Don't ever let nobody in here or in the community tell you you cannot speak up against a wicked man. Yes, the hell you can. Yes, the hell you can. If a man, yes, if a man is wicked and he is not doing what he's supposed to do, I'm talking about your husband more so than not. But even if we was in here and Ratazan started bugging out and I started getting statues and bringing them in here, y'all women gotta get up and leave. And brothers, y'all gotta go too. We not pacifying wickedness. I'm talking about like just blankly, just I'm wicked. No, we ain't doing that. We are not doing that. No wicked stuff will happen. I'm not talking about if a brother or sister make a mistake and then try to bring forth fruits of repentance. I'm talking about a straight wicked. When brothers try to use the Bible to validate their whoremongering spirit, y'all sisters don't have to stay for that. I'm saying it on record. Well, Bible says I can have more than one wife. Well, you keep every week you get another wife and you leaving her and you say like, what am I supposed to do with that? You just need to be quiet. I'm a man. I get a wife. That's whoremongering. You are not, and brothers, you too, because you got some men they under leaders that's just wicked. You can't do that. Your leader telling you ain't got to keep the Sabbath, run. Your leader tell you don't got to keep the Passover, run. Your leader tell you don't got to eat the Passover lamb, run. Get out of there. Because who do we serve before everything? Huh? We serve the Most High before we serve man. Everybody understand? Read the story about Abigail. She'll show y'all how to do it. Her husband was a churlish and evil man. That's in Samuel. And guess what she did? She warned him. She was like, and you know King David was about to kill you, and I saved your life. And he dropped dead right there. And then the Most High took her out of that situation and gave her to David. Abigail, go read that. Go read the story of Abigail. That lets you know how to do it. I'm not saying now, sisters, let me just say this out there. I'm not saying you cuss him out and call him a bitch and all that. I'm not saying that. I want y'all to think, yeah, Roger said I can call you a bitch if you breaking up. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Brother's gonna be calling me. You said my wife called me. No, I didn't say that. Didn't say that. All I'm saying is if you wicked, she ain't gotta stay there. I'm talking about if you're really wicked though. We ain't talking about because sisters, he didn't get up and take you on date night. Now you mad at him. We talking about real wickedness. You don't have to be with no wicked man. You understand that? And brothers, you don't follow no wicked man. You follow the Lord. Let's hurry up so we can end this. Read.
Verse 33, and Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear and took a lamb out of the flock.
He said, man, I was keeping the sheep and a lion and a bear came. Different instances. And I went and I got them sheep from the lion and the bear. And if y'all think that this is exaggerated, no, it's not, because y'all got them, that African tribe in Africa, and as a rite of passage, you got to go steal a lion's kill. That's a fact. They get, and all they got is sticks. It's videos on it. Your lions ain't no more dangerous thing. I forgot what tribe it was. It's, say it. Give him the mic. I'm this brother articulate right here. He said, what? Siafu? What'd you say?
There's a tribe that's called Siafu.
Okay, Siafu. I didn't know the name. Oh, the Maasai. Yeah, I know. Okay, it might be both. I don't know. But the Maasai, right? Okay, Khan. I don't know. I don't know which one. Just know it's African tribe. And their rite of passage is when a lion has a kill. Now, have y'all ever seen a lion eat? That's the worst time is to go to a wild lion eating. They go with sticks, beat on the ground, and they don't go timidly. They be doing some type of jump skip, and that lion run and it get out of there. And they cut the pieces of meat they want, and they get out of there. So what David is saying is that's what he used to do solo. He used to do that solo. And he used to go get his lamb back. All right? Now, we ain't, for the sake of time, we're not going to read the whole story. The point of the story is, I love what David said. Let's get to the point, and we're going to end it with like 2 more precepts, and we out of here. Let's go down to verse, let's get to the interaction real quick. 42, yeah.
Verse 42, and when the Philistine looked about and saw David,
so he seen David coming to him, right? Read.
He disdained him.
He disdained him like, who the... can I just be real? I gotta be real. That's like my Kazaa wants somebody's hands, and then they send me out there. You know what I mean? About to go get him. I'm like, what? Am I a joke? That's what disdain mean. Like, this little shepherd boy coming to me, little handsome, little cutie pie coming to me. Goliath probably got scars and scrapes and battle wounds and missing teeth. He probably ugly. He a warrior from his youth. He probably got all type of battle scars, and David coming looking smooth skin. Smooth skin, ruddy, handsome, little pretty boy, right? What'd he say, read?
For he was but a youth and ruddy and of fair countenance. And the Philistine said unto David, am I a dog?
He like, am I a dog? You bringing rocks and a sling? Let's read.
Am I a dog that thou comest to me with staffs? And the Philistine cursed David by his gods.
Read.
And the Philistine said to David, come to me, and I will give thy flesh into the fowls of the air, to the beasts of the field.
Can you imagine a 10-foot dude telling you, come to me so I can give your flesh to the beast to be eaten? That's a hell of a, I want to get down. You know what I mean? You ever got into it with somebody, he like, man, I'm gonna bust your head. You like, dang, I think that brother's serious. A brother tell me he gonna feed my body to the birds, and he 10 foot. Now, I love David's response because this is the relationship that he had with the Most High. Watch what he says, read.
Then said David to the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts,
read.
the God of the armies of Israel.
See, y'all be forgetting who's our God and who love us. And David knew that. So when you going to work or going anywhere in your life, or you got to stand up and you got to tell your boss or whoever it is in your life that is that stumbling block that I serve the Most High God. Period. I'm standing on business for the Lord. And the Lord, I guarantee you, I've never seen the Lord leave the ones forsaken. He always make a way. Look at all of the prophets. Most of the prophets like Daniel and Daniel and Isaiah and Jeremiah, and all these men were in captivity, but they were sitting in the highest of captivity. They weren't just of the peasants. They was with the kings. Nehemiah. All of these men were in captivity among royalty. Read.
God. It says, whom thou hast defied. Verse 46. This day will the Lord deliver thee into my hand, and I will smite thee and take thine head from thee. And I will give the carcasses of the host of the Philistines this day into the fowls of the air.
He said, I'm going to cut your head off. As soon as I kill you, I'm going to cut your head off, and I'm going to feed your body to the fowls of the air. Read.
And to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel.
And he didn't do it for no show. He didn't do it because here's the thing. See, people want to get praised for accolades, but they don't want to go through the bravery it took to get praised. See, people be wanting that praise. People want to be like David, but they don't want to go through what it take to be David. They don't want to go through that. Everybody want to have some type of status. But you can't have status without doing something that requires some type of recognition of that. David did this for the Lord. Remember, before David killed Goliath, they was calling him stupid. Y'all got to be ready to be called stupid. Y'all stupid. You stupid. Why you got them little things on your shirt? That's stupid. You stupid. Y'all don't even look right. Y'all weird. Why you got that thing on your, what are you doing? Y'all Hebrew Israelites, y'all in a cult. Y'all this. You got to be ready to take all of that. Watch this. Read.
Verse 47. And all this assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. And it came to pass.
See, and what David do, I love it. Y'all read the rest on your own. Another scripture y'all can write down is it 2 Samuel chapter 12, verse 13 through 23. All right. 2 Samuel chapter 12, verse 13 through 23. And what that story outlines is when David messed up, because David did mess up. When David messed up, his child was on his deathbed, and he prayed and fasted, and he was begging the Lord to save the child, and the Lord killed the child anyway. And as soon as the child was killed, David didn't go, he didn't do none of that. It says he got up, washed his face, and sat down to eat meat. So much so that his men around him was astonished, like, what the heck? He was just, and for 3 days, not eating, not drinking, not talking, not doing nothing. He was depressed. He was sad. And then when they asked him about it, you know what David said? David said, I mean, who would have known if the Lord would have had mercy on him to live or not? But now that the Lord's judgment is that, it's that. Right. What am I crying about now? What am I crying about now? That's the attitude you should have. You lost that job because you took off work. So what? It is what it is. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe the Lord prevailed. Or you lost that relationship, that friendship, that whatever it is. So what? And another thing, just because you pray for it don't mean the Lord gonna give it to you. So if the Lord don't give it to you, so what? He chose not to give it to you. And that's what that outlines, because that's what David said. Matter of fact, we'll just get that one verse. Go there real quick. We'll just get that one verse. 2 Samuel chapter 12. And then we'll just get that one verse. We'll just get that one verse. 2 Samuel chapter 12. Because that's another thing, man, that burned me up with people. It's like, well, I was praying and it didn't work. That's that entitlement I was talking about. I was praying, and it didn't work. That's your problem. You was praying not for the best of God. You was praying for the best of you. It was all about you. And then people always pray when they're going through stuff. It's like, did you talk to God when you wasn't going through stuff? It's like we always, and I remember in the church, I used to always say that. The only time I see Christians pray really, like majority of the time, is when they asking for something. Crying and asking for something. And you're going to go back and do the same thing. Look, we talk to God all day, man. I ain't going to lie. This lesson convicted me too, because, you know, you ever get up at 3 a.m. and then God tell you to read and you go back to sleep, you feel bad, man. I'm telling you, you feel bad, and God be loving you because he give you a second try the next night. See, that's high level communication that all of y'all should be in. Y'all, when something happens to you, you got to always consult your master first. You got to consult the Most High. Watch what David said. Let's go to, what's that, 12, and let's read verse 20. Yeah, 2 Samuel 12. If I said 13, Salakia. 2 Samuel 12, and read verse 20.
2 Samuel chapter 12, verse 20. Then David arose from the earth and washed and anointed himself and changed his apparel and came into the house of the Lord and worshiped. Then he came to his own house.
Worshipped him still, even in pain. Read.
And then he came to his own house, and when he required, they set bread before him, and he did eat.
Read.
Then said his servants unto him, what thing is this that thou hast done? Thou didst fast and weep for the child while it was yet alive. But when the child was dead, thou didst rise and eat bread. And he said, while the child was yet alive, I fasted and wept For I said, who can tell whether God will be gracious to me that the child may live?
Read.
But now he is dead. Wherefore should I fast?
Like, he dead. God already spoke. Should I keep crying and fasting?
Right.
No, God already spoke.
Right.
And I accept it. Acceptance, family. Acceptance. Accept what your life is. Read.
But now he is dead. Wherefore should I fast? Can I bring him back again? Or shall I go to him, but he shall not return to me?
He's like, what should I do? God already spoke. Y'all got to have that same mentality in your relationship. Y'all got to have that same mentality in your relationship. Hey, look, let me tell y'all something before we close out. All the woe is me, get that out of here. God don't care about that. You don't care about that. Well, I just had a hard life growing up as a kid. God don't care about that. He do, but he don't when you make that your crutch as an excuse to disrespect him. God don't. Well, I just can't come to Sabbath because I can't be around a lot of people. I got trust issues with people. God don't care about that. Get your ass to the Sabbath. Excuse me. It's real. It's real. Because I'm bigger than your anxiety for people. God don't care about your anxiety for people. Matter of fact, that's cool. You're not worthy of me. I'll go get somebody else. Like, the Most High don't think like we think. He's a creator. He will take the thing you love the most away from you, and you think it's a punishment, but he's saving you. He will take the thing that you love the most away from you, and you think it's a punishment, but he's saving you. Trust me. That's the type of God we serving. You got to be like David, and you have to understand that. You have to understand that. What do you think about it in your own self right now before we close out? What is it that you love? What is it that you're putting before God right now? Do you think about it yourself? Go home and think about it. What are you putting before God? What are you putting before God? Because that might be the answer for what's going on with you. It might be the answer that you're looking for. What are you putting before God? Because I got to be honest, because I've been through it. You know, the thing that you put before God, it'll continue to destroy you. So, you know, you gotta be careful. Don't be destroyed. For my young brothers and sisters in here, what is it that you want? Do you want the fun? You want to be able to go party? You want the nightlife? You want Hollywood? You want these YNs looking fresh with their little ski masks or whatever, and they got clothes and jewelry, and they on these little pop the balloon shows, and they having fun, and y'all want that life? I tell you where that life gonna get you after a while. You're gonna run up all your innocence. You're gonna either get an STD, some type of sick sexually transmitted disease. You're gonna die. Or you're just going to abuse yourself with pleasure until when you get old, they're going to throw you away. With the Lord, you ain't got to worry about that. That's why right now, just being honest with y'all, right now, you serve the Lord, even with your health, you age backwards. People be carding me thinking I'm, let me see your ID. Still to this day, because we don't abuse ourselves with no super drugs, fornications, the Lord is saving you. So my young people, give your best years to God, and I guarantee you'll love that more than giving your best years to Pookie and Ray Ray and Keisha and all of them out there having a good time and sinning. Because it's nothing but death out there. It's nothing but death out there. And brothers, you know, whatever you have that you putting over God, whatever it is, family, don't put your family over the works. Everybody got to put their brick in for God. God is before everything. The Most High is before everything. So let's go from there real quick. We'll read this last one, and then that's it. Go to Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. This is it. This is the last one. I'll read this. I had a little more, but it's okay. For the sake of time, I don't want to keep us too long, but 2 And also too, we got examples like Abraham, Isaac, all these brothers, we didn't get to their stories, but they all feared the Lord. Even Israel wrestled with the angel. He said, I'm not letting you go until you bless me. That's how y'all relate. That's how clingy you got to be with the Most High. Jacob was like, I'm not letting you go until you bless me. Yeah, I'm clingy like that. What is it? I'm sprung. Yeah. You gonna bless me. And the reason why that happened, and the angel was like, man, you prevailed. You have prevailed. And that's what God wants. God wants you to chase him. Chase him. Chase him. Chase him. That's what he wants. He wants you to chase him. It's okay to be sprung for him. You know what I mean? It's all right to be sprung for him. Chase him. Let's go to Sirach 2 and read 1.
The book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1.
Read.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
It's not going to be easy. I'm letting y'all know that right now. Serving the Lord is not easy. Serving the Lord is not easy. It's going to be hard. God warns you. The Hebrew, you've been seeing this all over the internet. The Hebrew Israelite community is toxic. No, it's not toxic. It's what is supposed to happen. When you come to serve the Lord, you're going to have toxicity. Yes, because you got an enemy. But the crazy part about it is, even if you wasn't in a community, quote unquote, you still got toxicity. It don't matter, in or out. But I do get it. When you're supposed to be around a bunch of believers, but then they disappoint you. I get that. That's why you don't put your trust in men. Don't put your trust in Rata. Don't do it. Don't put your trust in La. Don't do it. Don't put your trust in nobody that's in here in terms of where your whole trust is in that person. Nah, don't do that. Don't put your trust in no man in here either. Don't do that. You better put your trust in God. Put your trust in the Most High. Watch what it say. You come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for temptation. Read.
Set thy heart aright.
But set your heart aright. Read.
And constantly endure.
You gotta constantly endure. This relationship is like a merry-go-round in your life because Satan is trying to attack you. Satan is like Satan is like that man that's trying to seduce you to cheat on your husband. Y'all ever seen that movie Temptation with Tyler Perry? Satan is like that man. That's Satan. And fellas, Satan is like that woman that's a harlot that's married trying to get with you. That's how Satan is. So of course, if you want to serve the Lord, guess what he gonna do? He gonna come at you. It's never gonna stop. Don't ever trick yourself to think drawing back from God is gonna help you. That's the stupidest thing you can do. He says, cleave unto him. Watch what he said. I have to be honest with y'all because I love y'all. Watch this. Read.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Don't leave. You ever had a friend? I want a homie that I could go back to shoulder with. We about to get jumped. I turn around. He right there. Y'all ever been in a like a squad with your homies? And you was fighting, everything going slow motion, and you fighting, and you look over and you see a homie fighting with you, ain't no greater feeling than that. Because that make you fight a little harder. But have you ever been in a situation where, and this has happened to me, true story, where you at the bus stop and a dude you fought years ago come back looking for you, and he got 3 people with him, and you got a friend with you, and you like, okay, cool, them numbers is even. And instead of him traveling with you, hey, wait, let's start on. Hey, get out the way. Oh. That is the worst feeling. Man, your heart just break like, damn. I thought he was the homie. Or you had a friend that you about to get jumped and you look back and he gone. That's how it is when you lead the Lord like that. You left me because it got a little sticky? What, did I not take the cross for you? Did I leave you? I mean, I'm not asking. I mean, some people he might require of them to get a life. But at this moment, he's not asking you to die. All he said is, pick me first. That's all he's saying. You leaving? What, you scared? What we scared about? I'm gonna tell y'all, we didn't see miracles. We poor and still eat every day. You all right? You okay? Y'all not struggling too bad. Y'all look nice in here. Brothers got chains on and all that. You want me to take you? Go to Africa. They so hungry. I got a video on my Facebook. They trying to eat a soccer ball. He ain't even know what a soccer ball was. He's trying to bite into it. For real. Go, y'all want to know hard? Y'all don't know hard. Y'all don't know hard. Y'all don't know hard. Go to Jamaica. It's Haiti. Go see how they live over there. And don't worry, we'll feel it because America's going that way. So if y'all can't last right now, you think you lasting with Jacob's trouble? Don't trick yourself. It's coming. Money is losing value as we speak. It don't matter how much you make no more. In order for you to live comfortably now, like the way we be wanting to, you got to have several sources of income. Well, we just thank God for having our one and we still eating every day. Because that's all we want to do is eat and serve God, right? Because we got to eat to live so we can serve God. Watch this. Read. Almost out of here. Read.
Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
And sometimes you got to realize that life is like up and down. You know, we get Passover season, and then Passover season is rocky for a lot of people. That's around this time, for those that's been in it for a while, it's always like this time of year. It's always rocky. Financial problems, people getting into arguments, so on and so forth, spousal disagreements. Though that always happens around this time. But you gotta weather the storm because bad times don't last forever. Bad times don't last long. Get past it. And don't, your love for God shouldn't be what's the word I'm looking for? Your love for God shouldn't be conditional. Yes. Where you only serve God when you happy. Oh yeah, I'm good. I got money. I'm happy. I serve God. But then when bad stuff happens, you don't serve God. It's like, that's a conditional love. Do you want that? Oh, your girl was only with you when you had your money. Now you broke. She left you. That's what you're doing to God? That's what you're doing to God? We don't want no conditional love like that. Read.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. And be
whatever is brought upon you in your life, take cheerfully. Don't be walking around just going through it right now. No, be cheerful. It's all right. We good. Man, this stuff is tangible. This stuff is tangible. Money doesn't mean anything. It just means something to you. As long as you eat every day and you got a roof over your head, and even if you don't, I be joking with brothers. I be like, look, worst case scenario, let's say the worst of the worst. Let's say something happened, I lose where I'm living. Somebody gonna take me in. Mother-in-law, that somebody gonna take me in. They not gonna just let me be on the street. At least I got family that's not gonna just let me be on the street. And for that, I'm grateful. You got a bankruptcy on your record now? No, it's okay. That bankruptcy will leave after a couple years. It's all right. So what? What? You in debt? So what? This is just debt. America in debt. And they ain't even tripping. They trillions of dollars in debt to countries. So what? You'll be all right. Did you eat today? Your kids breathing? You warm? Thank God. We cheerful. Con? Read. Finish 4 and we out of here. Finish 4 and we out of here.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Read.
And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Because you might be high, but he can change you to a lower state because he want to see if you're going to dip on him or not. Read.
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Read.
Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him.
Because don't be so quick to leave from God. Why don't you pray, meditate, and write down and figure out what you need to do to get out of the situation instead of panicking and leaving God. That's for everybody in here. That's for everybody in here. This lesson is through the Spirit because I know several people are dealing with this right now. Don't leave him. Stay with him. He'll work it out for you. It don't last long. He would do. I'm telling you. And I know we sound like the I might sound like the Christian church. Won't he do it? But for real though. But for real though. Even if he don't do it, I know we can, but even if he don't, I still thank him. All praises. All praises. Even if he don't give me that job or give me that whatever I asked for, maybe he knew I didn't need it. Because maybe if I would have had that, it's the scripture I'm paraphrasing where it says the Most High, he'll keep you poor, right? To keep you from going off. Why would I make Rata a millionaire when I know what he about to do with that $1 million? He about to go and play the harlot. Why would I give him $1 million? No, that's why we don't pray. We don't pray for abundantly of riches. We pray for God to give what he sees us fit to have and that we can handle. Give me what I need to survive, and I'm happy. That don't mean you stop being ambitious. That just means you're content. Give me what I need to survive. Does everybody understand that? All praise. Get the Most High a hand clap. We got to get out of here. I know I went a little over. We started a little late, but and I love what John the Baptist said. He said he's done enough. Yeah. You want to be real, because he made the sun to shine upon you today. He could have blackened the sun today. Y'all don't know pain. The Lord can make the sun not shine. Y'all understand? So all praises. So everybody online, we love y'all. We ask the Most High to keep you. We ask the Most High to be with you. We send up prayers and salutations. If you're going through anything right now, just reflect on the Most High. Don't, we serve him. He loves us. He views us as his bride, but we're not above correction and reproach. So when you take in your reproach and your correction, take it cheerfully. All praises to the Most High. We ask that he gives us nothing that we can't handle. But like the scriptures say, he always gives us a way out, Khan. Love y'all online. Until next time, shalom. All praises. Yes, sir. And that.